Good evening to all of you. It's really privilege, to have you all this evening. Thanks once again for coming. Before starting the formal presentation, I have a very small presentation. I would like to keep it as brief as possible. I've spent almost about 15 years in this organization, okay? And not a single day I felt that, I'm doing the same thing, time and again. It's because we have been continuously changing, If you look at, if you started way back in 1998, we are the first private ISP in the country. Then we started with the data services. We are the first one to build a TCP/IP network. Then we built the first frame relay network in the country on ATM, frame relay on ATM. We are the first company to build MPLS backbone in the country. Way back in the year 2000, we built our first data center in Vashi, when nobody could think that corporate would one day they will put their mission absolutely business critical application in a public data center. Today, if you look at, we are extremely, while in my presentations, you will see that we have almost about, I'll show you, we have around 200 odd BFSI customers. And when you say BFSI, banking segment, how critical their data is. It's not their DC, their DC, DR, both is hosted in our data center. SBI, State Bank of India, their State Bank of India online.com, that is hosted out of our data center, both DC and DR. Okay, and the first data center that we created was in 2000 in Vashi, in New Mumbai. Today, we have 6 tier 3 data centers in the country. So, the change, we started with, as an ISP, then we came into data services in terms of your connectivity, and then applications, and today we are a pure IT services, managed IT services company. Okay. The video will play later. Can I go ahead? Okay. Can I come back to the video later? Okay. This is where we started way back in the year 1999 as a ISP. Okay, and our services were primarily internet connectivity and data connectivity. And then Sify 2.0. This is where we build our application services. In the year 2004-05, we acquired a company in security domain called EAP Global Services, wherein along with the company we got around 100 odd consultants. Okay, when you say security services, it is not just delivering a firewall or a UTM boxes. We do right from security audit to consulting and other value-added services. And today we are in Sify 3.0, where Sify is a total end-to-end managed services company. These are the 5 LOBs. Most of you will be knowing. These are the 5 LOBs, 5 tower we call it. First one is the Telecom Services. In Telecom Services, we provide MPLS connectivity. We have the largest MPLS backbone in the country. Today, we are implementing, the largest MPLS network in the world, which is the Department of Post. We have 30,000 in the phase 1, total around 1 lakh odd post offices are there. In the phase 1, they've given us order for 30,000 post offices, 30,000 primary link, 30,000 secondary links, and not just the link. So primary link, which is BSNL, secondary link is with Sify, and Sify is creating the DC, DR and integrating the entire network. So Sify is an entire network integrator for the Department of Post, and which is the largest MPLS in the world, and of course this is the largest in India. And then we have built, apart from the domestic MPLS VPN services, we have built our own landing station in Versova, New Mumbai. We have international gateways both from your Mumbai as well as Chennai. So we have both through the Trans-Pacific as well as Transatlantic, so that you have the failover. Okay, and we have multiple NNI across the globe. and then other value-added services in the connectivity domain. And the second business line is the data center services. Data center, as I told you, first data center we built in Vashi. After that, today in Mumbai we have about 3 data centers. In Chennai we have 1 Tidal Park, Bangalore 1 Electronic City, and Noida 1. So today we have 6 data centers. And Noida, Rabale, these data centers are Uptime Institute certified data center, which is the highest level of certification in data center. So from these data center, we provide your managed hosting services and also our cloud services. The third domain you see cloud and managed services. Okay, we provide the entire, say you have an application, you just bring the application, we provide you the entire infrastructure as a service. Okay, so that comes under our third line of business called cloud and managed services. And you just bring your application and the other, not just the infrastructure, but also the end-to-end managed services. It may be your network, security, compute, storage, the entire end-to-end managed services is provided by us. And the third is the application services. ITC is our largest application, largest customer for application services. Okay, not just ITC. Even in East, if you look at ITC, Excite, Eveready, Tata Tea, Pidilite, Buffetti, these are some of the sales and distribution company who uses our application extensively for their business. Okay, so apart from this is called forward supply chain solution. Apart from forward supply chain solutions, we have a lot of other applications. We have applications we call online assessment services. Okay, wherein, say for example, Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, they do exam for your public sector banks. They have around 18-19 public sector banks. For their executive, they conduct an exam. So they give the question paper, and which we put it in our engine. And the process in a physical exam, pre-exam, during exam, post-exam, the entire thing we do online end-to-end. Okay, we have applications like your school management software, university management software. So some maybe you have customers, schools, colleges. When you go there, that is a perfect fit. Today, even a small schools and colleges, they are looking for similar kind of solution. They want to automate. Okay, so apart from that, we are there into e-learning. You will be, one award I'm going to talk to you, the Golden Peacock Award. And you will be surprised to know that, in e-learning space, Sify has got, Brandon Hall Gold Excellence Award consecutively for 3 years. They say, like Oscar to a movie, Brandon Hall Gold Excellence Award is to e-learning. So that is the kind of work that we have done in e-learning space. And we started e-learning, providing e-learning services in global market. And now that we are seeing more and more demand coming from the domestic market, we have started focusing in domestic market as well. Okay, and the fifth one is the technology integration services. Okay, which is basically a system integration services. Under this, we provide data center. We build data center for corporates. We build data center for we have built data center for a lot of government organizations. There is a project called SDC State Data Center project. We have done it for the government of Tripura, government of Sikkim, government of Kerala, government of Chhattisgarh, where not only we have built the data center, both from IT and non-IT perspective, but we are also doing the O&M. The operation and management of the data center are being done by us. Okay, we have done data center for big corporates like Vodafone. We have done for Usha, so on and so forth. Okay. And apart from data center, any kind of integration, be it network, network integration, like DOP is a classic case where we are doing the network integration. Then your video conference, and our video conference solution is also very unique. You can have a boardroom to boardroom video conferencing. You can have traveling executives, who will have their smartphone or your iPad or any tabs. You can connect wherever you are, no matter where you are. If you have a broadband connectivity or 3G connectivity, you can hook onto the video conference and can be a part of your office video conferencing. Okay, and the model it's not a costly. It's a very, very cost-effective solutions. And the good part is, if a company has already invested on your say boardroom-based video conferencing solution, the same can be integrated with this solution. Okay, and also under TIS, if a customer has decided that I will not go to a third party's data center, I will have my own data center, and there they want to do or they want to create a private cloud, we can help in doing that. Like for IIT Kharagpur, we are doing their private cloud. We are creating a private cloud for IIT Kharagpur. Okay, so these are some of the services. So what we want our channel partner, what is the value addition that Sify bring to the table? Don't keep yourself confined or restricted only to telecom services. You have a lot of things to do. Whenever you go to a customer, please explore all this. Please explore all this. And today, whenever we are going out, today, let's say DR, disaster recovery, to a customer having a data center, in-house data center, in a traditional mode, if a customer has to create a DR, he has to invest as much as he has done in DC. But in the DR proposition that we have, whatever a customer otherwise would have invested in creating a DR in traditional mode, whatever you will be paying for 12 months, in our case, he has to pay only for the 2 months. He has to pay only for 2 months. That's the kind of model we have. And the best part is, it is a complete managed DR services, right from your replication management, RPO management, to carrying out the DR drill twice in a year. The entire end-to-end services are being provided by us. So that is the kind of services that we provide. And you as a partner, we expect you, when you go out, to go and, because you are the face of Sify, you are representing Sify in front of your customers. Okay, so these are the services, and there is a trend. There is a clear-cut trend. Whenever we are going out and talking to the customer, we find there is a great amount of acceptability for these services. That is what customer today they are looking at, because nobody wants to invest on capex. Okay, these are all OpEx, utility-based model services that we have. Okay, thank you. So this is on the services part. Okay, this is the latest award that we have got for business excellence. It is called Golden Pickup. Okay, this we got recently, 3 months back. Okay, apart from that, our Natesh talked about Gartner recognition for our contribution in managed services. And I talked about Brendan Hall Gold Excellence Award for our contribution in e-learning. Then we have got IDC Award, Preston Sullivan, for our MPLS services. Okay, so these are some of the accolades. This gives you a glimpse about our reach across the country, how we cover. Okay, today, for connectivity services, for MPLS services, how we are different from others. If you look at the telcos, telcos, the 95% of their network is used for voice services. Okay, 95% of the revenue they get from voice services, be it mobile or basic telephony. Whereas Sify is an end-to-end data services company, and this entire network we have created for giving data services to corporate customers for their absolutely business critical applications. Okay, and we give the connectivity through restricted band wireless connectivity, where you don't have any issues like security. It doesn't get affected in case of inclement weather. There is no overlapping issue. Okay, so this is the kind of range. And after we complete DOP and two, three more large projects that we have got in the last 2 months' time. I'm not naming them because we have NDA with them. Our reach will be even, it will go far beyond this. The international connectivity. Briefly, as I said, we have both the Trans-Pacific and the Transatlantic route. We have our own landing stations in Mumbai. And the cable system is called GBI, Gulf Bridge International. So from Mumbai it goes for the Middle East countries, from there to Europe, and then between Europe and USA, anyway there are enough and more fibers. And then we are a consortium partner in a cable system called ERG Europe India Gateway. Apart from that, we have capacities from SAFE, we have capacities from your CBB3, CBB4. Okay, so somebody taking internet connectivity, premium business class internet connectivity, we give them a redundant path. Say, transatlantic route, if should there be a problem, we route them through Trans-Pacific. Okay? Even within transatlantic, within Trans-Pacific, we have redundancy. These are the data center. I already talked about it. We have 6 data center today. These are all tier 3 plus data center. These are Sify cloud offerings. My colleague Anirban and Rajat will take you, in detail about the services that we have. The point that I want to make here is, you bring the applications, a customer can bring the application, we can provide the entire infrastructure as a utility model, and the entire responsibility will be on Sify. And whatever minimum infrastructure is required, say a customer wants to go for a DR, okay, he doesn't have to buy the complete resources from us from day one, because disaster doesn't happen every day. Maybe disaster will happen once in a year, once in 3 years, nobody knows, right? So whatever minimum resources is required, we will provision that. As and when disaster occurred, we can both horizontally and vertically, we can scale up the capacity. So that is the best part of the cloud services. Application services, talent management services, that is the online assessment services that I talked about. Sales and distribution is the dealer management software, and we also have along with the dealer management software basically gives you a visibility on your secondary and tertiary sales. Say a big organization having say 1,000 dealers. Today, if they want to see, the inventory positions in a particular location or with a particular dealer location, they can do that using a dealer management software. And then they go one step further. They would like to track their sales executive, what they are doing on the field. Or that is one. Second is, where the sales executive can go to a stockist or a dealer can take the order and can upload the order directly from his mobile device. Okay, so we can integrate this with we have a solution around mobility also, and that can be integrated with our dealer management software. And the entire thing can be integrated with their back-end ERP. Mostly we have done it with, it can be integrated with any ERP, but most of the customers where we have sold these services, they have SAP, and we have successfully integrated with SAP. And then we are anyway portal company. Sify.com is a portal company. So we have, if you recall in 1999 Economic Times front page, 499 crores if we acquired 13.com, right? So we are anyway portal company. So any solution around portal, any application around portal, Sify has the capability. We can develop those kind of applications around portal service. SAP practice is a new practice we started 1 year back. Okay, so this is still evolving, but here also, if say a customer, he says, I'm going to buy SAP license, but I don't want to invest on infrastructure. That's a case for you. Okay, please go and get the customer. We can provide the entire infrastructure as a service. Okay, we have a GTM with Fujitsu out of our Mumbai data center. The same thing will be there in our other data center also. So we can provide the entire infrastructure as a service for SAP. These are technology integration services, mainly data center build, managed network services. It could be my network. Customer need not use my network. If they have their own network, they have a point-to-point network, they are using somebody else's VPN network, Sify can manage that network. Data center services, a customer may have a data center, maybe that data center was built by somebody else, they want somebody, Sify to manage the data center, we can do the O&M for the data center. Then communication services, basically audio conference, video conference, collaboration services. SafeScript digital certificate, Sify was the first certifying authority in the country. Okay, first CA to provide digital certificate, PKI based solution, public infrastructure based solution. Then network integration like DOP projects, virtualization, in your own data center, if you want to do virtualization or create private cloud, we can do that. NOC and SOC services, one of the biggest telco in India, their NOC was built and are being managed by us. I will not name because we have NDA. Okay, SOC, we have our own SOC from where we manage we can remotely manage the security devices for our customers. Okay, we can build SOC also for customers and manage it. Data center build, okay, we can build data center. If a customer doesn't want to go to a public data center, so we can build data center for them, both IT, non-IT, and the O&M part, and the managed security services, which we mostly do, from our SOC. These are some of the, we have around 3,000, more than 3,000 large enterprise customer, 30,000 plus SME customer. And I think this is where, Natish was talking about the kind of growth that we have. And I think where you as a partner, we depend on you on this segment. And if you look at East market, particularly East market, this segment is very, very strong. This segment is very strong. And wherever we are going, we are saying, this customer, SME, they don't want to build a data center. They don't want to invest money on capex, They have application, they would like to host it somewhere else, right? Okay, and for them, they can't keep a person, database administrator or, security specialist, they cannot keep. So the moment they bring the application to us, we take the end-to-end responsibility, okay? BFSI customer, more than 300 BFSI customer. I can go on naming. State Bank Online, I talked about State Bank. 2 months back we got their secondary network, okay, secondary MPLS network, Punjab and Sind Bank, Oriental Insurance, Dena Bank, Syndicate Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Allahabad Bank, United Bank of India, they all are our customers. Okay. Then we have customer in all the vertical, be it IT, ITS company, manufacturing company. Okay. Is done? Okay. So my presentation is over. If you have any specific questions, I can take it. Any questions from anybody, or else we have a small video. Any questions? Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you so much.